Trouble with schools. A new report about California's public universities is raising eyebrows and concerns about what our kids are being taught on campus. The report claims left-leaning professors outnumber conservative ones, and these liberal professors are allegedly using the classroom to push, in some cases, a political agenda. And our next guest says this problem goes well beyond California. Peter Berkowitz is a member of the National Association of Scholars Board of Directors, the umbrella organization of the group that conducted the study. Good morning to you, Peter.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
It's great. I know you wrote in the Wall Street Journal over the weekend about this. And what's happening is, and we want you to make your case, when parents send their kids to college, they want the kids to get both sides. You know, don't just tell me about the left. Don't just tell me about the right. Tell me about the world. But that's not what the kids are getting, is it?
Well, what parents want, as you described it, is also what liberal education ought to stand for. Getting out there, both sides of the argument, presenting them fairly. But yes, the study, the California Association of Scholars study, shows that increasingly this is not the priority for professors. Instead, the priority for professors is to put forward a social agenda, to recruit students to that social agenda.
Right. And we've been hearing about that, how left campuses lean, but we've got some statistics. We're going to put them up for UC Berkeley. This is the faculty. In the sociology department, they've got 17 Democrats, 0 Republicans. In the political science department, 28 Democrats, 2 Republicans. In the English department, 29 Democrats, 1 Republican. And in history, 31 to 1. You know, when you see it like that, it's shocking, Peter.
It is shocking, but I should say it would not be so bad if all of these professors were openly dedicated to the principle that in the classroom they should present both sides of the argument fairly in an even-handed way in order to give students the opportunity to make up their own minds. But as I said, professors are increasingly devoted to the idea that it's their job to inculcate in students correct views about how politics ought to be, and those are their views, the ones they bring to the classroom.
And the problem, Peter, is they not only get one side of the political spectrum, but also they wind up ignorant with regards to literature and history and a whole lot of other stuff.
Well, increasing the curriculum does not require students to understand the basics of history, to read literature. English departments don't require the study of Shakespeare often, not always, but often.
Yeah.
Political science departments, in many cases, don't require students to study the principles of American government. Students aren't required to study the arc and elements of Western civilization. It's a huge problem.
No kidding. All right. Peter Berkowitz, a senior fellow at the Hoover Institution, we thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.